This video is part of the IELTS Express series, the two-level series from Thompson ELT. It accompanies the upper intermediate level. A second video accompanies the intermediate level. We're here today to talk about the speaking module of the IELTS exam and which skills and techniques students need to develop to be successful. We asked an experienced IELTS examiner and teacher, Ranald Barnicott of Barnet College in North London, first to examine 8 candidates at different levels from different nationalities, then to analyse their performances in each part of the speaking module, and finally to assemble a range of extracts to illustrate these skills and techniques. Tell me about the IELTS speaking module.
Well, it consists of 3 parts, which place rather different demands on the candidates, and it's always a one-to-one interview. However, there are general criteria which apply to all 3 parts. There's fluency and coherence to start with. This involves the ability to speak without too much hesitation or pausing to correct one's own mistakes. I mean, it's good to do that, but too much gets in the way of communication. And you should also speak at a proper speed so that you don't put a strain on the examiner by speaking too slowly or too fast.
Could you explain coherence a little more?
Basically, it means connecting your ideas in a structured way so that the listener can understand what you're trying to say. And this way, you can also avoid repeating yourself. And
what about grammar? I imagine that's pretty important.
Yes, very much. Candidate structures should be reasonably correct, and they should show that they can use a lot of different grammatical structures, some fairly complex, and not just the basic ones. We call these 2 factors accuracy and range. And, of course, the same things apply to vocabulary.
How about pronunciation? I imagine it's not very satisfactory having brilliant vocabulary if nobody can understand what you're saying.
Absolutely not. And not only do candidates have to get individual sounds right, like distinguishing T and TH, T and Th, for example, they also have to stress the right word in a sentence and use an appropriate intonation. Examiners want to see evidence that candidates can use appropriate intonation, for example, whether they're asking a question or making a statement, and also expressing their feelings.
So if the intonation is rather flat, it can express lack of interest.